The biggest mistakes families make with a revocable living trust is believing once it's signed, they're protected. The trust is the beginning, not the end. We often meet Minnesota parents who feel confident. They created a trust years ago, they signed the documents, they put it in a binder, and they haven't looked at it since. But a trust that isn't properly funded, updated, and aligned with your current life can quietly fail. Not because the idea was wrong, but because the execution was incomplete. At Yanowitz Law Firm, we routinely review existing trust plans, and we see the same patterns. Let's walk through several revocable living trust mistakes you must avoid, especially if you have minor children. First, not funding the trust. This is the most common problem. If your home is not titled in the name of the trust or transfer on death to the trust doesn't control it. If your bank and investment accounts weren't transferred, they're outside the plan, and an unfunded trust often leads to probate, the very thing you were trying to avoid. Second mistake, assuming the trust replaces a will. It doesn't. You still need a will, especially to nominate guardians for minor children. A trust alone doesn't handle that. Third mistake, failing to name guardians. If you have minor children, it's non-negotiable. Without proper nomination, a court decides. Fourth mistake, outdated trustees. The person you choose 10 years ago may not be the right choice today. Trustees need to be capable, available, and aligned with your values. Fifth mistake, leaving assets outright at 18. Legally, 18 is adulthood. Practically, most parents prefer structure. Thoughtful distribution, planning matters. Sixth mistake, ignoring incapacity planning. A trust isn't just about death. It can manage assets if you're incapacitated, but only if successor trustees are clearly named and empowered. Never reviewing the plan. Marriage, divorce, new children, new assets, moving states. Estate planning should evolve as your life evolves. Consider a Minnesota couple who created a trust when their children were 3 and 5. Over the years, they refinanced the home. They opened up new accounts. They changed financial advisors. None of the assets were retitled. On paper, they have a trust. In reality, much of their estate would still go through probate. That's more common than people realize. A revocable living trust is not a document. It's a system. A system requires implementation and maintenance. The goal isn't to say, we have a trust. The goal is to ensure your children are protected, your wishes are clear, and your family avoids unnecessary court involvement. That takes thoughtful design and periodic review. If you already have a trust and haven't reviewed it in several years, or you're unsure whether it's fully funded, schedule a consultation. We'll review your current structure, help you determine whether it truly protects your family, because peace of mind doesn't come from signing documents. It comes from knowing they work.